Hi, and welcome back to Bounce Forward with me, Tiff. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I'm recording this podcast, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to elders, past and present. Sally DM'd me with a great question. She writes, I saw an oat recipe on TikTok claiming to be as good as Ozempic. Oatzempic, I think it's called. Can it work? Is it worth trying? I'm considering doing the Oatzempic weight loss challenge, but it will depend on your thoughts, Tiff. Oh, Sally, trends are toxic. And I'm sorry to say, this is just another weight loss trend. From drinking a glass of chia seed water to trying baby food diet or even eating dog food to increase protein intake, I have seen it all. I've even seen people having protein powder straight up with no water. There are some questionable viral nutrition and weight loss trends on social media platforms, and it's super scary. MyFitnessPal, the nutrition and food tracking app, you may know of it, released some findings. They did a survey that they conducted on 2,000 millennials and Gen Zs, and they uncovered some really concerning statistics. MyFitnessPal survey found that 86% of millennials, I'm a millennial, and Gen Zs use TikTok, while 61% report they're influenced by or frequently adopt the nutrition trends on the platform. In fact, those who are influenced by nutrition and health trends on TikTok, 64% report they had adopted at least one of these trends a few times a week. It's terrifying. So let's talk about what is Oatzempic. Ozempic obviously is a weight loss drug that is an injectable that is used for diabetes, but now is very popular for people trying to lose weight. The recipe for Oatzempic, which is a play on the Ozempic, is half a cup of oats, 1 cup of water, and juice from half of a lime blended together. Now, why lime juice? I have no idea. And it said it has the same effect as Ozempic. Sally, I got your question and I had to try it because I do have oats quite often in the morning. And I did just add some water and a bit of lime juice and clicked my fingers and waited. And I'm sorry to say, nothing happened. So can drinking Ozempic promote weight loss? Sure. But so can drinking, any beverage as long as you're in a calorie deficit. So 500 calories of Fanta, yep, it's going to work. If that's all you have and you're in a deficit, the theory behind Ozempic weight loss power is that it relates to oats themselves. Oats are high in beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that increases fullness and decreases hunger. So oats are quite magical. They are a fantastic choice for a breakfast, right? They'll keep you fuller for longer. Ozempic dieters are also pairing their limey oats with time-restricting eating, right? So now it's a chicken and an egg situation because did we save calories by skipping meals? Did the oats replace a breakfast muffin? My guess is that they likely are a combination of 1, time-restricted eating, which decreases some people's calorie intake, and 2, staying fuller longer because you had the oats. So the concoction is replacing a previous higher calorie breakfast. There's no magic in the oats themselves. Are there any benefits of Oatzempic? Well, it's clear there are health benefits to oats, and studies have shown the role of oats play in reducing the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. They contain antioxidant compounds, cholesterol-lowering phytosterols, and phytochemicals, which are just incredible, and they really do help to improve your gut health. I'd like it noted that half a cup of traditionally prepared oatmeal is likely to cause the same effects, so don't worry about the lime juice. But I just want everyone to eat healthy, well-balanced, delicious meals. So if oat water and lime appeals to you, cool. I can think of worse things. Just remember, though, these single food diet trends, they just won't help you lose weight quickly and they won't help you keep the weight off. So here are some things to remember. Eating patterns need to be individual. So you're looking at these trends that are for everyone. No, you need to eat what's right for you. There is no one size fits all diet, okay? So when you see these trends that says eat Oatzempic, alarm bells should ring, okay? That's not for me. Your weight is not your health. Please don't obsess about your weight. If you're eating well, colors of the rainbow, all your macronutrients, your fats, your carbs, your protein, if you're lifting some weights and exercising and getting outdoors and having a balanced lifestyle that reduces cortisol and stress in your life, and you're addressing all of those things and you're healthy, who cares about your weight? Okay, your weight is not your health. Diets need to be sustainable long term. It's a very important thing I want you to remember. And any kind of toxic trend on TikTok is not going to be sustainable long term. I want you to eat a wide variety of nutrient-dense foods that you enjoy, not just living on oats with a bit of lime juice. And to remember that a calorie deficit is important. Calories play the largest role in weight management. So you do need to be in a deficit. So eating foods that fill you up for longer, like oats, like protein, that's a good thing, right? It's really smart. But you need that variety. You need that absolute variety of nutrient-dense foods, and you need to enjoy the journey. Otherwise, it's only going to last for a second, and whatever weight you lost, you will put on double. And it needs to be sustainable, and you need to have a good relationship with your food. So any kind of deprivation or limitations around food is going to harm one of the most important relationships you'll ever have in your life, which is with food. So, Sally, please don't do the Oatzempic challenge. Instead, have your oats for breakfast, yes, but then move on to other beautiful foods that you enjoy and just let go of all the toxic trends on TikTok. I've addressed a lot of fitness, health, eating trends on this podcast, and a lot of people write in with questions asking, is it this way or this way? The black or white thinking. And I get it. It is super easy to fall for these trends. I myself have fallen for some trends over time because I did taekwondo for many, many years, and it was a weight division sport. So you lose weight to compete. And I was surrounded by dieting a lot. It was cabbage soup diet, sauning in a wetsuit. How can you lose weight quickly for competition? I was surrounded by that stuff growing up. You know, you always think, oh, maybe I should try that. Something you may not know about me, and I haven't really told many people, but I entered a bodybuilding competition once and I won it. And when I was dieting and training for that bodybuilding competition, and I might share a photo of my winning, pose, which is just, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. And I got very, very lean, but I was again surrounded by all these diets and trends. And, you get hooked on thinking that there's a magic pill or something that can happen overnight. And that's what we're seeing now with, Ozempic being used for weight loss. Everyone wants a quick fix. But my argument is always coming back to recomposition of the body. Like Ozempic, you will jab yourself and suppress your appetite, pretty much amputate your appetite, and you will lose dramatic amounts of fat and muscle and weight. But then you are losing that longevity, or you are losing the beautiful muscle mass. You aren't going, I very much doubt that you're going to be doing lots of strength training if you're on Ozempic, because your energy levels fall so much. You get so tired because you're not eating. And so the overall aim in my life, and what I'm trying to teach other people, is that it's about recompositioning your body. So getting rid of the fat stores, increasing the lean muscle mass that makes you feel powerful and strong and turns you into a fat fighting machine, because muscle is metabolic. And, that's what's missed, I think, in all these diet trends, in that I'll try Oatzempic, just drinking oat water and lime juice, and I will go on the cabbage soup diet, and I will, do all these trends, but it's forgetting the power of training and the power of building that lean muscle. And that's what I worry for people doing Ozempic. I really do worry about it just eating away their muscle mass. And that affects your bone density. And, I've interviewed Lindy Cohen on this podcast, who talked about how it slows down the emptying of the gut, and then it slows down the absorption of nutrients. So I am always worried about the all or nothing mindset on this podcast, and I'm always trying to set people up to not have that all or nothing mindset, that it's not all about diet. It's not all about exercise. It's not all about one trend. It's actually an approach where you're doing 1% of a lot of different little things that build a really healthy, holistic approach that helps you to bounce forward. And that's what this podcast is about: having energy, having longevity, bouncing forward, and feeling amazing. And that it's not about that one thing. Thanks so much for listening to Bounce Forward. I really do love having your company, so please DM me on Instagram at tiffhall_xo and let me know what topics you'd love me to cover. Don't forget to rate and review me on your podcast app if you can. Speak soon. Happy days.